In this video, I'm going to tell you all about the upper room experience with Jesus and his disciples in under 4 minutes. Hi, I'm Aaron, and this is our Under 4 Minutes series. Okay, so here we go. Jesus came riding into Jerusalem on the donkey. Remember, he's the coming king. He goes up to the temple where only the king and God can judge the temple. Jesus judges the temple, as I said in the last video, turns over the tables, runs out the animals, stops the sacrifices, thus breaking the connection between heaven and earth, God and humanity. The temple where God resides, all Jews thought that. That's where God resides. That's where the presence of God was, and they came to God, and it was broken. No more. So Jesus goes up and breaks that by stopping the sacrifices. He judges it, and that's mostly what got him killed in the next couple of days on Friday. Anyway, so he now goes, and it's the Passover time, right? Passover when the Jews were set free from Egypt slavery, because God is a liberating God. So Jesus now tells his boys, hey, let's go eat Passover up in this upper room. You go find a dude carrying a water thing, go follow him, and there's a room upstairs. We'll all come there. They go and do just as he said. He and the boys come, and they find everything is ready for them. So now Jesus comes to the table, and this is where we get the communion, the sacrament, Holy Communion, the Lord's table, Lord's Supper, whatever you want to call it. This is where we get this from. Now, why am I telling you the story about the previous sins? Why is the temple important? Because the Jews went to the temple to sacrifice. The Jews went to the temple to find forgiveness. The Jews went to the temple to find absolution and presence of God. Now Jesus, in judging that, has to replace it with something. What's he going to replace it with? Himself. That's what's so cool about this and Holy Week and about the Last Supper. So this, and I point here, at the table, Jesus sets for his boys and for all of us. It is the new temple meal. It's a Passover meal, and yes, and the unleavened bread and the piece that you hide and the little Passover lamb that's slain. Yeah, all of that great stuff. Those are cool, but we're not focusing on that today. We're talking about the bread that's broken, the cup that's poured. Jesus takes the bread, breaks it, and says, this is my body which is broken for you, right? The body, the sacrifice Jesus gives for all of us, for all people. The sacrifice that was done at the temple is now done in Jesus, okay? He takes the cup and says, this is my blood of the new covenant, shed for the forgiveness of sin. As often as you do this, just in remembrance of me. Jesus is this new blood of the Lamb, the new covenant. So the first covenant was the covenant with Abraham and Israel in that way. And now Jesus makes a new covenant that brings in everything from the old, but makes it brand new in him. The temple is no longer needed. We are now the temple of God because he is the temple. We are brought into this. We don't have to go to the temple in Jerusalem, so the temple in Jerusalem doesn't need to be built. We don't have to go and sacrifice animals because Jesus became our final sacrifice, and we exist in that. So today, as we look at this meal, Jesus said, this isn't just like some slow, old, dusty thing that we do every once in a while. No, this is the new temple meal. This is how we come to the presence of God. This is the Holy of Holies, where in the bread and in the cup we meet with God. Jesus invites us to this table. He meets us there. The risen Christ meets us there. This is the sacrifice for all of us, for you and for me and the whole world, once and for all time. The temple was judged as guilty, as inadequate. Jesus himself steps into that. And then hearing the writers, Paul, I think, we are now the temple, our body. The body of Christ is the temple, together as his people. So that's what it means to come to the table of Christ. And you know what? I think I made it in under 4 minutes again. See you on Good Friday.